Maria Isabel Bueso went to Washington today for testimony on Capitol Hill. She came to this country legally. She's always been here legally. She came to this country at the age of 7 when she was recruited to come here. She was invited to come here by American medical researchers who needed her help in their efforts to try to develop a life-saving treatment for the rare illness that she was born with. Isabel came here when she was 7 because she was able to come. A clinical trial to treat the disease that she has was able to go forward. The treatment ended up becoming FDA approved, in part on the basis of that clinical trial that she made possible. What she did made it possible for patients everywhere with her disease to have a shot at treatment too. And in Isabel's case, it's keeping her alive. She needs to receive treatment intravenously once a week. Her life expectancy had been maybe 10 years old. She's now 24 years old because of that treatment. She graduated summa cum laude from college recently. Last month, the Trump administration began sending patients, including her, a letter giving her 33 days to stop whatever treatment they're getting in this country and get out of this country. Get out and never mind the medical care that is keeping you alive, and in Isabel's case, that you helped create. So Ms. Bueso testified today before the House Oversight Committee, trying to help them get to the bottom of this decision by the Trump administration that has overtly threatened her life. After her long day in Washington, Maria Isabel Bueso joins us now live. Ms. Bueso, we've been following your case for a couple of weeks here on the show. It's really great to meet you and have you here. Thank you.
Hi, Rachel. Nice to meet you.
So,
thank you so much for all your support that has been given through this very difficult timing.
Well, thank you for saying so. We've just been trying to keep up with the news, and we know about it in part because you've been willing to talk about your case. I was struck by seeing you with all of those congressional leaders today from both parties, from both houses. It sounds like in addition to that testimony today, you were able to talk about your case to a lot of people on both sides of the aisle. It must have been a long and stressful day.
Yeah, so as you mentioned, today was the hearing, and it was a great opportunity to share my story of the situation and what's going on. And I hope that after today, both parties can really take an action to this nightmare situation that I don't think any human being should go through. To go through this, because it's just been overwhelming, just devastated news.
One thing that surprised me at the hearing today as I watched the testimony and I sort of watched it unfold over the course of the day was the argument from some, obviously not all, that this isn't a real threat, that there isn't any real danger for you or for the young man, Mr. Sanchez, who testified today, that this is somehow being magnified and this isn't a real problem. As far as I understand from your case, you still don't necessarily have clarity about what that letter meant that you received that advised you that you needed to be out of the country by this weekend. Is it clear to you that you're sort of out of the woods and that you're going to be safely staying here?
I still feel that there are so many questions that have not been answered. I feel like I'm still in the limbo with not really clear direction where this is going. It's been completely overwhelmed. I don't feel 100% safe that, I'm stable. But I hope that soon we can get a solution, because in my, situation, as you mentioned, before I depend on a medical treatment that I've been receiving for 16 years, and it helped me, keep alive, and also me doing so many clinical trials to my ears. I've been helping other people, and which I feel really honored and privileged to do so. But at this point, with that letter, it is uncertain what the situation really is.
When you had those conversations with members of Congress, I saw you talking with Kevin McCarthy, who's the top Republican in the House. I was very glad you were able to see him. I saw you talking with senators of both parties. I was so happy to see those pictures today, and it made me curious as to whether you felt like, apart from the hearing, in those individual conversations, when you were able to look people in the eye and tell them what was going on, if you felt like they got it, if you felt like you made any progress in terms of them understanding the gravity of what's happened here and your need to have some clarity.
Yeah, I feel today was a really big step, just to share my story with all of them, with House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, Senator Dianne Feinstein, Majority Leader McCartney, and Senator Graham, because this is not about, this is coming together to really see this serious situation, because we're talking about a life of the situation, for someone. And I do hope that an action will come. I really think they are concerned about the issue, and they're gonna try to figure out this thing, because, like I said, with the whole letter of 33 days, without any notification or no any explanation, it's kind of like out of the blue, like in the air situation.
Yeah. Isabel Boisseau, 24 years old, one of the witnesses at today's hearing on the Medical Deferred Action Program, where we still do not know either why the Trump administration tried to do this, what exactly they're trying to do, or how much of it they've rescinded it. To the extent that we're going to get that clarity and we're going to get answers for what's happening here, it's going to be in large part because of the way that you've been willing to talk to the American people about your situation. So, Isabel, thanks for being with us tonight, and please stay in touch. We'll have you back anytime you want to come back.
Thank you, Rachel.
All right, thank you. Much more to get to tonight. Stay with us.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me, or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.